Well, now we're in chapter 7. This is one of my favorite places where Gideon actually hears news that the Midianites have crossed over the Jordan River and into Israel. And something happens to him. The Spirit of God fills him. And then he raises the trumpet, blows the horn, and steps into leadership, calling the men of the whole nation to rally to him as warriors for the first time. And they come. What was it that happened in Gideon that qualified him for God's trust to the level that God entrusted him with the deliverance of an entire nation? Well, I think we're going to have to look at some of the aspects going back as to litmus tests that God put Gideon through, but also discover that somewhere through his life, piece by piece, God was bringing an alignment of his values and Gideon's values. One of my favorite scientists is Dr. Robert Hartman, and he developed axiology, which is the value science in the 20th century, and was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize in 1973. I'm only saying that to say that he discovered this formula that our values create our character, create our attitudes, and even our emotional responses to life. And then that, of course, is the seat of our actual behavior. I'll give you an example. What do you think's really going on when you're at the dinner table and Dad backhands Junior because he spilled the milk? Or what if that mom, again, is upstairs screaming at her teenage son because the room's a mess? What are those value statements? What's a value statement when mom goes and burns the toast and it smells up the kitchen and wafts through the house and knows that she's going to get that glaring look from her husband and she feels ashamed? There's values that are being practiced there, but they're not in alignment with God's values of unconditional love. So let's look at leadership and marry them to values together and see where God's values and our values need to come together so that we become more like Him.